Yeah, we're good.
You probably come this way a little bit if you want to get in on it.
Huh?
You probably closer this way if you want to get in on it a little bit. Yeah, just have the black egg.
No. Actually.
She's like, I'm sitting here listening, you guys aren't on there. We're working on it. Yeah, so I just bought this thing on the way up here.
Yeah. $15.
The battery's dead.
Oh, no way. You gotta charge it.
Oh, where's the rest?
Oh, hey, what's up, Phil? Fucking great track. 10 minutes into the show. Good trip, dude. Why, what's on that? Huh?
Huh? Yes, sir.
I don't even know what road it is. I don't even know what. I don't even know what road it is. He's like, I got the mic. So I mean.
Okay, yeah, Casey Strain. That is a awesome band. But yep, we'll get to that a little later. We got 500 year in the house on this brutal evening. What's going on, guys?
Not a whole lot.
You want to start out with one of your tracks?
Sure.
Awakening in Silence.
Awakening in Silence.
Awaken in Silence.
Close enough.
So what's the song about?
Basically about being buried alive in the 1800s. We used to get buried with the bell, and hope to God that someone heard you. When you're
Right.
clawing your way out.
Interesting concept for a song.
We kind of wrote it backwards. We kind of went with the idea for the music video first before writing the song itself. So kind of thought of that idea, you know, the whole thing, 1800s, old school looking, and then kind of read the lyrics around the idea for the music video.
That's cool.
A little bit backwards, but it seemed to work out all right.
It did work out.
Sometimes that's what works the best.
Absolutely.
But this is Awakening in Silence.
Like we all should have like a couple of lines or something before we came in. Like,
Doing lines of sober and tracking itself on small.
Hell yes.
Seems like a terrible idea.
It's almost like a brilliant
idea.
Nothing wrong with it.
Sounds like. I think you were talking about lines like thought seriously injured.
Yeah, that was
oh, okay.
So we're like 8 lines deep with 500 deep.
I don't even remember what this interview's about.
So at this point, we need to plug.
Plug. Yeah, we'll plug.
Upcoming
So,
shows.
when we after this song, then I'll you know, do the intro, the name of the band, and then have everybody like introduce themselves, what to do, how you got there, you know, like, you know, singing, playing the drum.
I'll handle Brenda. Or no, Brian. I'll handle where Brenda is. I'll shoot Brian. You handle Brian. Then I'll shoot Brian. Throw him under the bus. On the air.
What the hell happened to Brian?
Massive masturbation.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm thinking of it. You can't say prices. You know, like, price for tickets for shows. You can't tell people to go to the show. Like, you know, like, I'll ask,
No
you
worries.
know, where's your next show going to be at? So
Oh,
I
so
have
we
to
just-
know where to be.
We just tell
I'm not
Brian,
telling people where to go, you know, FCC
Right.
shit. You know,
Yeah.
gotta tap dance around it.
All good.
I'm not technically
So
telling
we can
people to
say,
go there, but, you know, there's no...
So we can say we have a show at Arpo's.
Right.
With War.
The whatever the day.
We just can't say the price.
Yeah, the place, the day.
We can't say come join us at the show. We just say we're playing this
Go
show.
look on our Facebook for all
Right,
information
and then
details
if
regarding.
you want to, you can even say what time you're going to be on the stage. You know what I mean?
Like we're currently looking for sponsors. Nothing quenches my thirst like the process.
Right.
Oh, yeah, drink that stuff.
I normally have
Stuffingly.
3 of them before the show and whatever. I was late and didn't get to stop by the freaking store. And that was Everything Starts With, and that was 500 here. Who is in the studio on this brutal evening, and they would be, I guess, classified as a hard rock band, and they are from Fenton, Michigan.
What's up, man?
And I appreciate y'all guys making the long 6-hour drive to get here.
Oh, I need time all day.
So do you guys have any upcoming shows?
We got quite a few. The ones that are coming up soon are Halloween night. We are headlining at the Token Lounge in Westland, Michigan. Gonna be a bunch of good bands out there. Also, the following day we have November 1st at Woody's House of Rock in Lansing. It's also a book signing for some kind of a novel that's being written, a horror novel.
It
Something
was a
like
horror
that.
novel. It was pretty good though. I didn't read it.
Awesome.
I did read it.
Right.
Can't remember the writer's name, but I'm sure I'll remember November 1st.
Another big one that we have coming up is November 2nd.
November 22nd.
22nd. We're opened up for Guar at Harpo's.
Oh, nice. When is that?
November 22nd.
Sweet. I definitely have to be there. Mr. Old, we have a mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard War has a new member.
Yeah, female
Yeah.
singer.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
Very interesting.
Yep.
Yes, she does.
We're about as excited as you are. to
Try
see
not to be cross-eyed when you say that.
Don't forget that corrosion conformity will be at that board.
Oh,
it.
COC.
Motion of conformity
Nice.
as well.
I love some COC.
We do have other shows coming up. Everyone can find our shows on our Facebook page or our Reverb Nation page. Both are, /500th year. You got Facebook /500th year and Reverb Nation 500th year. You can find all the shows and recordings and all that fun stuff.
Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
Gotcha. I don't handle that. So.
Yeah,
Zugs.
I do.
Zugs.
The
It's
Insta.
awesome.
The
One
Insta.
day when we play in front of a crowd, I'll actually post some pictures.
Post a picture of what you eat every day.
That's right.
Nice.
Taco
Nice.
Bell, every musician's favorite meal.
Taco Bell. So how did y'all guys come up with the name 500 year? And what?
Oh, wow.
What the hell
That's a
does
good
it
one for
mean?
Zach.
Wow.
That's a good one for Zach.
What the
Zach,
hell
take that
does
one.
it mean?
Well, it's pretty interesting. Our bass player Brendan, that unfortunately couldn't be here this evening.
Because she's enjoying the corn show here. Corn. Lovely California.
Nice.
Yeah, and the rest of us.
We're
Which we're glad to be here.
Very happy to be here. Absolutely.
Appreciate
Yes, sir.
y'all missing something like that to be here.
Oh, thanks for having us.
But no, she's also a belly dance instructor and does performances and everything. She's big into like Middle Eastern, Egyptian lifestyle, and so she wanted something kind of Egyptian based for the name when we were talking about it, and just kind of sitting there fudging around with stuff. I kind of had the name Phoenix in my head. Somehow I didn't really necessarily want to use it, but sitting there going through thesaurus and dictionaries and everything, I found out that in Egyptian mythology, on the 500 years when the phoenix is reborn from itself, and since we all kind of come from all these different projects that have not necessarily failed, but not worked out the best for us,
Right.
it just kind of seemed fitting, and she was happy about it when she heard the actual meaning of it. At first she wasn't sold on it, but then all I had to do was show her the meaning.
Right.
She came
She
around.
was like, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
all about it.
Egyptian? Yes.
Yes. Sounds like Brenda.
Right on, right on. I got a good band name for you that's randomly come out of nowhere. Dead cops eaten by sharks.
Excellent.
That would be a good name for like a comedy metal band.
Might get some notoriety that with like Sharknado and everything.
Wait,
Sharknado.
Shark.
What the hell is that?
Week.
What the hell is
Best movie
Sharknado?
ever.
It's like Jaws, and then there was a tornado,
Yep.
and
No.
through Jaws on land, and well, it's
People
just a
getting cut
train
in
wreck
half.
after that. We're all going home in a body bag, and it's all thanks to the almighty Sharknado.
That happens from time to time, right?
Every now and then.
I own it on Blu-ray.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Neither do we.
That is awesome. You could be a doctor.
Yeah.
You should be like a
Mike.
surgeon. Like a surgeon.
It's all right.
He's
He's a
myself
pianist,
working
so
on
it's
my own
okay.
teeth, let alone my liver. I
Right.
should not be a doctor.
Right.
No.
So how do you classify yourself?
This is me again.
It's me again.
We tried to put as much of a mix in there as possible. Like, we kind of our fallback is hard rock, but we like having influences of metal a lot. You know, we like having strong melodies during choruses, but we also like to have the in your face.
Right, I think
heavy
the
breakdowns
mixture.
and everything. Recently, just adding Mike here on the keys and backing vocals, trying to bring an extra dynamic in, bring a little bit of an orchestrated sound, you know, to the mix, and everything so far seems to be good. Basically, just want to have every song sound different from one another. We don't want to get stuck in the rut of just having every song. You know, you walk outside for a cigarette at a venue, you walk in 2 songs later, you're not sure if you're on track 1, track 2, track 3, because it all sounds the same. So we're trying to mix it up in every song we do. So
Right.
we're all over the grid. And, you know, progressive rock, hard rock, metal, now a little bit of orchestra on there.
I think we're going to even try a little bit of that southern rock.
A little bit of that.
Southern rock for
That's
you.
southern. That's cool. That's where I'm from. I'm from
Alright.
the great state of Missouri. and I say misery in the strongest way possible.
Not in the best way possible.
Right, right. But yeah, that's cool though. You know what I mean? That you add a mix to it. You know, as far as the instruments and the sound and stuff. Because like you were saying, you know, a lot of time. Well, not a lot of times, but a good deal of the time, you get a band and you know they try to. We can only do this one style, and that kind of makes all their songs sound similar.
Godspeed?
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
It's like, am I listening to this song or is it this song? I don't know. I can't figure out what
Well,
the
it
hell.
also helps when you have a really good female backing vocalist as well, Brenda, our bass player.
Right.
You know, she does a great job at backing me with harmonies and her own melodies, and it's really nice to be able to have that, including with Mike. Now bringing him in, having all those different varieties we can go to vocally, as opposed to having just Cookie Monster vocals or just a bunch of screaming and not being able to understand what the music is.
Right.
The idea behind our music is you can understand it, you know what we're going, you know what we're doing, and you can enjoy some adult beverages and rock out with us all at the same time.
And dance.
Oh yes,
Sexy
also
dance.
dance. Ladies.
Just reminded me of Stewie. That's awesome. But yeah, I mean that to me that shows you know that you actually got talent, because anybody can just scream,
This is
or
true.
yell. But when you add different instruments and different styles of the vocalization, to me that just shows a lot more talent than just. Which I mean I'm all about. I like all types of metal. Black metal, death metal, thrash.
Death metal
You
and
know,
thrash.
Some of your softer
Folk metal.
stuff, yeah.
Symphonic.
Symphonic. Did I say death?
We knew you love symphonic and power metal.
Some baby metal.
That's what Kimmer's like. What's up with that power? We've seen that power.
Yeah.
Power.
That power.
Yeah.
Which actually brings me to the next question. What would be some of your influences?
Ooh,
Someone else take this.
I'm just doing it.
Jimmers.
Ball at you.
Jimmers, that's all you.
That's
I
everybody.
think we're all over the map.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite bands, I like Chevelle a lot.
There you go.
Muse, I come from a little bit more of like an alternative rock background. And then, as far as other people's influence here, they can all talk about who some of their big influences are, but I think people we've been compared to, like All That Remains by Finger Death Punch, as far as the sound.
Well,
I don't think we
those
sound
are-
like Five Finger.
I would take that. You know what I mean? Those are two good bands to be compared to.
I don't mind being compared to those guys.
Right
Not
on,
even-
right
not
on.
even close. I mean, I love it. Makes me feel good.
Well, that's cool because I mean, some bands, not very many, but some, like say the singer or whatever, kind of sounds like somebody that some people take that as an insult. They shouldn't take it as a compliment. I would think.
Definitely take it as a
I
compliment.
think Ivan from Five Fingers definitely got a hell of a voice on it.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Me being the drummer, I would take that as a compliment, but I'm not John, so I guess how.
Well, John does take it as a compliment. I've been compared to Ivan a few times. And, people come up to me at shows and they go, "Wow, man, you got a really good voice."
Let's hear your Ivan.
My Ivan?
Let's hear your Ivan.
Oh wow!
1, 2, 3, go!
Yeah, go! There, how about that? That's some Ivan for you.
Nice. Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, it's okay.
You can shoot me later.
That's
We
all
are
right.
in
I'm
plan.
only working on a slight cough,
Right.
I
Hey, the
only
weather's
sound good
changing.
when
It's
I'm
going
for
around.
a PA and a bunch of synthesizers. I swear.
Well, let me hook you up here real quick.
Yeah, can you give him more bass?
Work some magic with the
Yeah.
soundboard here.
Please do. I don't have my effects pedal here with me.
Let's see. So y'all want to throw in another track real quick?
Yeah,
And,
I think we're gonna do Violent Descent, right?
Yes.
Violent Descent.
Violent Descent is.
How did that name come about? Wow.
We were angry.
We were very angry. The song's an angry song. It's kind of about going crazy, going a little psycho.
We had to throw this kind of straight metal song in there. There's still some singing parts, making it a little radio friendly, but yeah, we just basically try to hit our instruments as hard as we can.
Pretty much. I mean, it's your metal song. It's what gets people going. When we want to speed it back up after Awakening Silence during the set.
What I really like about this song is where John was at vocally when he wrote this song.
Yell at me, Mike. Yell at me.
Let me elaborate. What I like about this song is where John was at vocally with this song. Can you elaborate a little bit about the lyrics of this? This is one of my favorite songs.
Well, the lyrics are wonderful. Basically, I just kind of sat down one day. I threw a bunch of words up in the air, and they came down in the order and they're in. I didn't really spend a lot of time writing this or thinking it out. It was pure passion. It was written in the heat of the moment, pretty much sitting on our producer's couch the day of recording, and I just kind of went nuts about it and said, you know what? That's what this is going to be about. It's going to be about me going crazy. End of it. I'm gonna,
We also might mention that this song makes our bass player little fidgety. She's a big fan of the song. So she likes the
Hopefully. Oh wait, no, she's definitely not listening to correct.
Oh no.
Well,
Right now,
the
chords in the
recording
middle of their
over
set. So
Right.
maybe she'll catch it on the radio, but maybe not.
As we're speaking to the 10 people down at the corner concert.
Yes, as we're speaking of the 10 of you.
Well, she'll get to see the video.
Right.
Right on. Everybody say
Right
say
on.
hello to my new computer there. Hello.
Hi, new computer, how you doing?
Yes, thank you, Uncle Sam, but I still hate you.
We should also mention our other guitar player cannot be here. He's busy at home having, I'm assuming, some kind of elaborate masturbation session.
Corey Taylor.
Elaborate self-pleasuring session. And
Eating cereal, Cocoa Pebbles, and Fruity Nuts.
Cocoa Pebbles and Pretty Nuts. I'll
Right.
go.
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah. Yes. But his name is Brian, and he is our newest addition besides Mike. And everything's sitting pretty good. Sounded
We're
good.
liking where we're at so far.
I think these people want to hear some music, man.
Y'all want
Yeah,
to
we should probably play that track.
Well, all you metalheads are going to like this one.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Mike. Sometimes I do that to myself. I'll be here by myself and be like, I'll be like, look, all you gotta do is call in and tell me to shut the hell up, or I'll just get tired of talking. I just be like, Bill, shut the hell up, play something. Yeah.
Hell, but not masturbation.
Violent descent.
It was three. I got one, he got one, and then I sparked the next
Hold
one.
on. This is a college, right? And hell, that's kind of talking about a place. It's a college they want to keep their prestige or whatever. But besides that, you know what I mean? FCC, you can't say that anyways. That's, you can't, yeah. Not being a non-corporate station, of course, you know, corporate stations can.
Masturbation of self-pleasure.
That sounds horrible. That sounds like
Terrible.
Masturbation of self-pleasure.
I had to censor myself. I almost said shit.
I just want to hear it on the radio. Like, we can say hell, but we can't say beep.
Well, when you hear
How
it,
quick can you run that trigger?
but when you hear it, it'll be like because it cuts out 7 seconds. So it's like a dog barking. Bad DJ, bad DJ. It sucks.
Probably didn't get Brian Spaven.
Probably not.
Well, speaking of which, our guitar player. Bad DJ. I mean, self-pleasure.
Oh, dude, I ain't even write next song. Whatever. Is that breaking point?
That last one, yeah.
No, yeah, the last one. You got Awakened Silence, then Violent Descent.
This is you haven't plugged any new recordings coming up.
No. I was going of course I never did those introduce yourselves, what you do in the band thing. And then after that we're going to
That
the
should have came
recording.
first.
Right?
Yeah, we probably should have.
Hey, man.
Dude, I've been having one of those nights and
Then we're gonna
whatever.
move back towards the beginning.
It's going
By the
good,
way, who
so-
are you guys? I forgot to ask.
Oh wait, yeah, who are you? 500th year. Hey Brian,
Do that one.
come here real quick.
What's up, the heavy-hitting man? We just try to be as heavy as possible. What else can I say? It's a
What
long
did they
time.
You know, one thing I'd like to touch on.
We should all go British.
Season comes back, we all go British.
Bosses.
Start on.
Bosses.
Huh?
Well, the bosses, I think, just that. The bosses.
They were just
Gotcha.
But we really own it, don't we?
Huh?
What?
What is it?
Oh yeah, Candy, how you doing?
Candy.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Baby.
No.
Hold on.
It's Curtis actually.
Oh my God, the phone's ringing off the hook.
Is it? No, it's not.
People with
It'll be like a strobe light.
Believe me. Tell people to call in. Questions for Ben? Yeah, why are you guys on the interview?
Don't know. Is there something to do on a Friday?
That doesn't say how man.
Can't say that.
You have somebody call in.
Self-pleasure.
You should want to get
Yes,
this
there
out.
you go. You have to call in.
I just want to say I saw you guys.
And that was 500 year.
I like the way you say that.
Nice. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. So you guys want to introduce yourselves and what you do in the band?
We'll start with the singer.
Let's start rock,
All
man.
right. Well, I'm Johnny.
That ain't Johnny.
I am the lead vocalist, obviously. Again, I want to mention that Brenda is our bass player and backup vocalist, and she couldn't be here, so y'all can check that out on Facebook and stuff. I think we'll kick it over to Jimmers, our lead guitar player.
Hi, I'm Jimmers. I'm the lead guitar player. I actually am a graduate of Kettering. Graduated in 2012 with my degree in mechanical engineering.
All right.
Yeah.
Get the big
Yep,
bucks.
trying to make the big bucks. But,
Right on.
I like to do music on the side.
He's
So.
the financial support.
Yeah, definitely financial
He's our
support.
backbone.
He's the financial aid.
Yeah. So, been playing bass since I was 16 and guitar since I was 20. So that's about it.
How'd you get into that?
How did I get into that?
How'd you get started?
You know,
It doesn't run in the blood.
I started out playing piano when I was very young, and when I got into high school, I didn't have time to take lessons anymore, so I wanted something to do on the side. And, I don't know, bass seemed like the easiest transition because it's still all fingers and learn how to use a pick. And after a while, when I was playing bass, I got pretty good at that. I wanted to learn how to better communicate with guitar players, so I picked up the guitar and taught myself how to play that.
He does a darn good job. He is a sexy man on stage.
The beast. And then Mike.
Hey, Mark.
Hey,
What's
Mark.
going on, guys?
Doing
I'm
all
Mike
right.
Lyle.
We're all.
Those of you probably know me in the Flint area.
Nah.
Jumped on playing keys. These guys. I've been playing with them for about 2 months now, and it seems to be working out.
Nice addition to
It's,
the band.
Very nice.
It's something unsaid, something I haven't ever tested before. Coming from vocals, coming from frontman, I like the opportunity to jump to the back of the scenes and really contribute to the music a little bit more than I have had the opportunity to do so in the past. With these guys, I really like their ability to come together and
Unity.
yeah. I don't even know what the hell you just said.
I don't have to know.
To come together when all odds seem to come against them. And despite the type of music they decide to play or anything, it just comes into play because you want to play some country. These guys want to play some country. You want to play some rock. These guys want to play some rock. We're obviously we're going to put out what we want to put out, but the ability to put out whatever we can put out is they're all fucking with me, messing with me right now. So I got 7 seconds to just dance right now, right?
No. No dancing.
No, you gotta repeat what you said.
Mosh pit!
Mosh pit! Basic line is musicianship and professionalism is unheard of, and I have not been in a project like this prior, and I'm proud, and
excited to see where this can go. And coming from a frontman, I'm also proud to step back and be a part of this project and see how I can contribute musically. And I'd like to just say I'm Mike, and I'm jumping on keys and backup vocals, and we'll see where we can go from there.
Right on.
You can tell someone rehearsed this in the shower.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that was deep.
That was
epic
like
speech right there.
Yeah, I got nothing.
we can bury a body in that.
Man.
But hey, no, seriously,
Single
Mike.
tear.
I'm glad you still, for when you came with your previous band, glad to see you're still doing your thing and in the music scene.
I'll tell you what, Phil, man,
Because you got a lot of talent, and I would hate to see it go to waste.
I'll tell you what, Phil, man, hell or high water, it's not gonna stop me, man.
Right
I'm gonna
on.
make music till the day I die. So, well, you'll see me.
My little sign off should be boring. I'm Zach, and I play the drums, and we play at my house, and I like music. Is that good enough?
Well,
I did music.
That's good.
I like music.
So what got you into playing?
Well,
The voices.
I didn't really
They
want.
said.
I didn't really want to talk about this.
That's probably what it is.
My mom kind of stuck me into high school band, well, I should say band in general when I was early, and my early years, elementary school and stuff like that. And she asked me what instrument I wanted to play when I was a kid, and I said drums, naturally. And every other kid wanted to play drums, so I got stuck with the trumpet for years, and basically hung out with all the cool kids that were playing drums, and I was like, I really want to do that. And it got to a point, I think freshman year of high school, I said I'm done with the trumpet and walked away from it.
Right.
And got my old man to buy me a drum set, a little TKO, nice little $400 special with the
Right, little starter kit.
aluminum foil symbols and stuff like that. And beat on that for a while, and never really progressed. And then just after high school, like I had done a couple of cover bands in high school, covering Green Day and Nirvana and Papa Roach and all that kind of fun stuff.
Right.
And right after high school, I started actually pursuing being in a band, an original band. And as soon as I did that, I was like, wow, I really had to learn how to play the drums. And over the past 10 years, I've just been teaching myself and project to project, trying to take everything from my past experiences, jam with all sorts of different musicians, and trying to bring it to the table with this project and just make it the best I can be. So, trying not to be as much of a diva as a singer, trying to tone that
I
down.
am not a diva. I know what loaded is.
Yeah, I'm not very good at loading times, so I apologize.
He is so tardy all the time. It is ridiculous.
so tidy all the
Oh my God.
Every band has
Every
somebody.
band's got that one guy. It's
that
got to
one
be the
guy.
backbone guy, right? The
That one
drummer.
guy.
Unfortunately, I'm the one that throws the trailer.
Yeah.
Right.
Many a time I'm sitting at a venue going, "Where's the
Walk
trailer?"
pacing back and forth like, come on, man.
Load in was 10 minutes ago.
You're frustrated then when you're seeing you're so happy and ecstatic.
I'm so excited because the awesome trailer with the blue undercarriage lights comes rolling on down the road, and it's like, oh, that's so cool.
Well,
See?
that's why I've had to be tardy, is because, with the savings time and all that kind of stuff, we can't see
the lights.
If I
Right.
show up on
That's
time,
right.
so if I show up late,
You gotta make
you
the
get full
entrance.
effect.
You gotta make
The
the
entrance.
We're gonna be set now that winter's coming up.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
I might have to start being on time.
And any of you awesome police officers out there, please ignore the blue lights.
Yeah, we try and make sure they're off when we're driving, but
Yeah.
sometimes we forget to flip the switch.
Or
Right.
sometimes the singer flips in on purpose.
We're going to prison.
Accidentally on purpose.
Accidentally on purpose.
Right on. So, what is some of y'all's goals that y'all have? What do you see happening in the near future, the far future? I see the future, and is it bleeding? Is it
Well,
what is it? Talk to me here.
we got.
Tell me what the heck.
Well, we got offered this really cool gig. Some of your listeners might know what it is. It's with the TMMA Fest, right? Yeah, they offered
Kelly.
let us come on out there and jam one of the later time slots, so we won't be on at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's a big outdoor festival.
Big outdoor festival.
Nice.
And we were really honored to do that since none of us have really ever met. I mean, maybe Mike has since he's been in the music world forever. I've never met the guy. He just gets a hold of us and says, dude, we want you guys on this bill. And I mean, it's like, okay, 6 months down the road, but all right. I mean, we'll do it.
We're on it.
No
I'll
problem.
also mention that Quentin Kelly is the one that's promoting the November 1st show at Hooley's House of Rock, and definitely set us up with that as far as giving us a headline.
Yeah, good man. Good man. I do like Louis. It's a nice little venue. Nice people, nice guy.
Right, good people. Yeah.
So we appreciate all that stuff.
The immediate future, this next week, obviously, I think we mentioned earlier, but we're going back in the studio to record 2 more tracks. They'll probably be
Where at?
DJ Perry,
with the infamous
Wallace
DJ Perry
Studios.
over in Riley, Michigan, right, Port Huron. But so
Studios.
they'll probably be released in the next month and a half to 2 months.
Oh, probably quicker than that. We're not that picky, right?
DJ is that picky.
Well, yeah, the producer is that picky.
But
Speaking-
it's worth it.
Speaking of being picky, how long does it normally take to hash out a song, to get together, and then like, you know what I mean, create it, and be like, all right, this is it, this is what we want.
You're talking about
This is it.
conception
Yeah.
till when we were
How
jamming in the
much?
studio.
How long does the birth process take?
As long as it takes Jimmers to go home, get bored, and write a track. I mean, it's honestly, I mean, it's not that long.
They'll show up to practice with, these riffs, right off the gate, six home comes or something, and they'll send us tracks using, Guitar Pro or,
Yes, Guitar Pro.
Yeah.
Guitar Pro 6.
they'll send us little, file that's kind of hard to decipher, but then we'll show up in practice. Pretty much it seems like the next practice and bust it out. And it really doesn't take that much time. We have the fortunate thing going on for us right now that we're not having writer's block, so we're kind of
It's
pushing
nice.
through and busting out a lot of songs right off the get. So
Right.
hopefully I'll make up for 6 months down the road when we can't write anything anymore.
Right.
Hopefully that time doesn't come, but it's inevitable. So as long as our bass player, kind of guitar player, aka the face of the band,
The face of the band.
keeps up with the sexy riffs, we shouldn't have any
You
problems.
can catch him climbing on tables and PAs doing solos. It's actually quite
Trying
interesting to see.
not to fall off and die and
That's
break my
not rock
guitar.
star. You don't need to say that live.
Well, that brings me to the question. What do y'all think about the interaction with y'all's audience or crowd?
Well, I guess it depends on the show, because we've had some awesome shows with a lot of pumped up people, and we've had some unfortunate shows to where I guess it just wasn't promoted as much as it should be.
Those
So,
happen.
Basically playing in front of the fellow bands that played that night, and the ones that stuck around, and
But a note to that is the other bands love us.
that's true.
Hey, I'm one person, me myself, whenever I go to a show, and I've been there, where it was just me, the promoter, and the band.
Yeah,
Pretty much practice session, but there was
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with having a live practice session.
Whatever, it happens sometimes.
But overall, what I've noticed is the shows we played that actually have a little bit of a crowd. Even without knowing us, as soon as we start playing, we actually do manage to bring people up to the stage. They kind of feed off the power that we're trying to put out there.
Right, the energy. That's
And
what music
It
is.
was like Machine Shop show, people were moshing towards the end.
Right.
It was fun.
We take
Another
the
machine
stage.
shop,
Take the stage in the machine shop. We're a 3-month-old band, and
second show.
second show, and the crowd there just they ate it up. They loved every second of it.
Even though we botched a lot.
We did botch the show,
But they still
that's
like
it.
the energy, so that's good.
Not very many bands can say, we've done 2 live shows and the second one was at the Machine Shop.
That's true.
Not very many bands can say that.
It's true.
But,
So that says something.
But overall, since we aren't, a big band, we don't have all the pyrotechnics and all that stuff, so we've really tried to engineer as much stuff that we can bring with us to a live show as possible, as far as dry ice machines, shooting steam out of my drum rack during breakdowns. We got wah-wah pedal that we customized to activate strobe lights around the stage.
That is just awesome. I want to say it, next time y'all come, you gotta bring your equipment and jam live.
Absolutely.
And I want to say that.
And then we, the Ego boxes,
My
pressure sensor
favorite.
white boxes that he slapped together. I found a video on YouTube and I was like, hey, build these. And like the next day,
I show up with 4 of these boxes that you step on and the light turns on inside. It's really cool.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah, we try to choreograph that stuff when we're playing.
Right? You think you could go into school here,
Right.
to be
Yeah,
coming
he's
up
the
with stuff.
engineer.
It's
He's
not
the
doing
builder.
that.
I design the things. I don't build
He
them.
doesn't build.
Right?
This is-
You come up with the idea.
He's the
I'll make
idea
it.
guy, right? He doesn't have to worry about actually putting it into practice. You know?
And then the last thing is we hooked up a 500-watt LED shop light inside my kick drum. It's got a pressure switch under my right pedal, so every time I hit my right pedal, it's activating the light inside there. So
Right, that's
And
it's
awesome.
still taking a little bit of finagling. It's
Well,
only worth a
the
couple
really
minutes,
nice thing about that, Zach, the really nice thing about that is not only does it light up the drum kit, but it lights up the skin of the drum kit, which actually has the logo of the band on it, which is really cool to see.
Right on.
When it's all dark and the lights are off and you're just taking the stage and he's over there hitting that old kick drum and all you see is a flashing 500 gear, that's pretty cool.
That would be great.
Still
it's
needs some
nice.
finagling. We're working on it, but we'll have that polished up.
Right.
Hopefully.
But sometimes that's a good thing, is not to have all the pyro and all the different, light effects and stuff like that. Because, some bands, if they didn't have that, you know what I mean? If it was just them on the stage with no pyro, nothing, just filming the music, they got nothing. You
It's
know
kind of
what I
like
mean?
Britney Spears without, her dancing.
Right. If you can take a band and take all that away and people are still interested, then you got something.
I really feel at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is bring back the live show, and it almost seems like a dying art. Trying to bring back the live show. You come to a show and you see an experience. You don't just listen to the album.
Right.
You come and feel the music. You come and see the music. You come and experience something
Feed
else.
on the energy and
Exactly.
create
You come and feed on
memories.
the energy, and you feel it.
Right.
And that's what really we're trying to bring to the table, and trying to bring ourselves up above the other local band.
Right.
And that's
There's a
that's
reason.
really it. Yeah.
There's a reason everyone has wireless, is to get out there with the crowd and get on top of tables and on top of bars and everything. Because when you go to a show, you want to see that. You want to see the over the top. You want to feel like you're part of the mix. You want to be sitting there slapping 5 with the guitar players as he's walking out by your table. So you don't want to sit there and watch them stand stationary on the stage.
Yeah. Well, that goes with the the audience interaction. The band, the audience that it feeds back and forth. But that's a important thing. There's been like Fluid from Dayton, Ohio. They come up here and was jamming out, and me and the guitarist was having a little mosh pit between me and him. He's sitting there jamming out, never missed a note, dude. I wasn't trying to push him too hard, mess him up. I was kind of worried about that, but I was like, he started it, so okay, let's go.
I used to do that live with an old band back in the day. The guitar player would stand at opposite ends of the stage and just run at each other. Every single time his guitar did go out of tune, and it was amazing. We're 2 really big guys, and we're running at each other full
Right.
speed,
2 rhinos running at each
God.
other.
But it was fun.
right. So you want to throw on a break track, go get some sanity in the life, and then come back and
yeah.
continue on with the madness.
Absolutely.
All right, throw on a break track, clip from our show, and we'll be back in about 10, so hit us up then. And speaking of which, anyone out there tuned in being a part of the sickness, that is the Metal Mayhem here on WKUF LP Flint 94.3 FM. I'm pretty sure these guys don't mind if you call in. If you got any questions you would like to ask, then feel free. 810-762-9725. But this is a clip from an old show. We'll be back in about 10. Let's see. Let's do 8:16. We're going on break, people. We'll be back.